What's happening, everybody? What's happening, everybody? We are live now. I just started this thing, went through the whole entire first monologue, and realized I didn't hit the live button. You know, when you have so many things going on and you're wearing so many hats, it just tends to happen. But come on in the room. I got a show that's ready for you today. This is some game that all of you animal lovers, you dog lovers, you cat lovers, you got hamsters, you got whatever the case may be. I'm going to be dropping you guys some fire game. And you never even knew about it. You probably didn't know about it. You probably did, you probably didn't. But we're going to tell you guys how to get that bag off of your furry friends. So y'all come on in. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm RD Muhammad, your favorite plug, plugging you in with the information that you need in order to help you be a little bit more successful. Did you miss me? I mean, I hope you did. But in my little brief, short absence of family, I have been working diligently on some new things. I'm going to be dropping you guys some new game here eventually about product affiliation and how to start moving other avenues of bringing money in while you are building and prepping your business. But today, ladies and gentlemen, this is a game right here that a lot of you probably didn't know about, and it concerns your furry friends. For those of you who are dog lovers, cats, hamsters, gerbils, parrots, it doesn't matter. You need to know this game because you guys have been spending a lot of money. You have been spending a lot of money for your beloved furry friends, and you didn't even know that they are tax write-offs. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be giving you the game about how you can write off your beloved furry friends, and it's all legal. This game has been around forever. And I think back to a lot of my friends when I was growing up, even the ones that was in school, and they had dogs and things like that. And the amount of money, especially nowadays, dog food ain't cheap like it used to be, you know. But the amount of money that people spend on their animals, I mean, it's up there. I mean, I've seen dogs with shades. I've seen dogs with sweaters, jerseys. I mean, look at Paris Hilton. I mean, her dog has his own Louis Vuitton collection. A Louis Vuitton dog carrier case, diamond encrusted necklaces. But all of this stuff right here is when you know how to play the game, it's all tax write-offs. And I'm going to tell you how to do it, and it's all legal. And a lot of you didn't even know. You've been feeding these animals for years. Even think, ladies and gentlemen, even if the animal passes, because everything that's living has an end date, right? So when the animal passes, some people, and there's a different game on that, how to get insurance on your furry fellows. But a lot of times people don't know. When you don't know this, you'll come out of pocket to pay for the dog or the animal, the cat, or whatever the case may be, to be buried. In some cases, some people, and I've read cases where people have the animal stuffed, kind of like how they stuff a deer head, things like that. That's a little kind of too much for me. But I mean, I'm one of those people that I'm not against animals. I just don't have them. I mean, I don't even own goldfish. But I'm going to be dropping this game to you guys right now on how you can write off. Thank you for joining in and coming in. I'm going to be dropping this game for you guys right now on how you can write off your beloved furry friends. So I'm going to share my screen with you because I want you guys to see this so you don't think that I'm crazy and my cheese has slid clean off the cracker. I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that this is very, very legal. According to the IRS, you can write off your animals. And then I'm going to drop some game on the ending of the show. For those of you who have property, let's say an acre or more, I'm going to show you how to bring animals in onto your property. I'm going to tell you how to bring animals into the property. And now you can restructure and revamp your property as farmland. And now you can be tax exempt from paying property tax. That is some game. Stick around to the end. But let's get right off into this. How to claim off, how to claim your dogs, cats, some of you might have rabbits, whatever the fur animal is. Here's a game right here. I'm going to share my page with you so well because I want you guys to see this. This has been around for a long time. Now they did update this law in 2023. They did update this in 2023, and basically the Democratic Party kind of came in and put a little bit more spin on this. But I'm going to drop to you right now the top 10 write-off, top 10 ways to write off your pets on your taxes. Now, and think about the amount of food that you're spending, the vet bills, um, the getting them worm, getting their shots, and again, you buying leashes, harnesses, dog toys, dog beds. All of these things are tax deductible. Now, if you are not going to take advantage of this easy money, and ladies and gentlemen, you don't even have to have a business in order to do this. You just got to know how to work the law because this law has been around for a very long time. Especially those of you who are watching who are military, current or prior service, um, police officers, firemen, and not just to those in the service department, but you as a regular citizen, you can write this off. So now the link to this article here is in the description. It's going to be in the description. Actually, I'm going to put it into the comment section, and you guys can read this for yourself, so you know that I just didn't make this up. Just didn't make this up. All right. Post it in the comment section right there. The top 10 ways how to write off your pets. So let's get right off into this. In this article is going to break down, I'm not going to read the whole entire thing. It's going to break down 10 ways to write off your pets on your taxes. If you're a pet owner, you know the joy of companionship a pet can bring to your life. Now let's stop right there. It's estimated that over 68% of American households have a pet. 68%. And there are a variety of ways to either make money, use it in your business, or even for a charitable or medical reason. Bottom line, there are legitimate tax strategies buried in the tax code. This is why a lot of people didn't even know about this because it was buried in the tax code and it was never intended for you to know about it. Because if everybody who owned a pet knew how they can get around this and start getting money back off of their animal, after reading this article, my hope it is you'll find your ways to do this. All right, now the top 10 ways to break this down. Now you guys can read this. I'm just going to give you the Cliff Note version. Again, this link is in the comment section, so you can definitely do that. But let me go back first to what I said a few minutes ago. If you're a service member, active or prior, there's a thing that's associated with service members called PTSD. And if you have been diagnosed with PTSD, and most situations and cases, these people, they have these service animals. They have service animals who kind of get them through that transition. So as a service animal, which is a simple certificate that you get from the veterinarian, they just write you out a certificate that says this dog is a PTSD service animal or a companion animal. Sometimes you don't even have PTSD. There are a lot of single people, especially elderly, they have that companion animal. And a lot of these people treat these animals like family members, like family members. That's the connection. Now, I don't know what that connection feels like. I've never experienced that before. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's allergy season down in Florida, and it's killing me. My allergies have been going bonkers for 3 weeks. But anyway, um, some of these people have that strong connection with the animals, so they become companion animals. So if your animal, if you have an animal, if you suffer from PTSD or a companion animal, be it a cat, a dog, a rabbit, or whatever the case may be, as long as it's an animal, your veterinarian can give you that certificate, and now you can write that animal off as a tax write-off. So all of the dog food, all of the vet bills, all of the shots, everything is now tax deductible. Don't take my word for it. First, read the article. Second, ask your tax professional. Now, once they confirm everything that I'm telling you guys, then, well, take action next year. Might be a little bit too late. You only got a few weeks left before the April 15th. You can't do that. But you have to provide all of that information to your tax professional so they can be able to walk you through that. Secondly, if you have some of these larger breed dogs, especially now, this is specifically for the dogs. Let me make sure my mic is still on. Um, Especially if you have some of these larger breed dogs, your pit bulls, your Dobermans, your Rottweilers, your Cane Corsos, and all of that. These animals are in the service industry, but they are security dogs. These dogs are known for protection. So if you have either one of those large breed animals or dogs in your home, you own one or you've been feeding and petting one, again, you would have to have the training certificate that's written off, as well as the veterinarian to write off that this is a security dog. Now, it just doesn't apply to those usual dogs that's associated with security. Because if you have a dog in your house that yaps every time somebody knocks on your door, they are alerting you that somebody is present or on the other side of the door. So anything that's in the form of protection, now you can write that animal off fully on your taxes. Now, again, you don't have to have a business in order to take advantage of this taxable, legal, legitimate write off. You don't need a business to do that, family. Think about all of the money you have spent last year on your furry friend. Think about all that money, and you can be getting all of that back. Mm. I know that some people it got to be at least, especially if you guys are buying that high dollar dog food, Purina, Puppy Chow, whatever the case may be, whatever that high dollar stuff is. You know, back in my day, it was Old Boy uh, when we used to have a dog as a child. But when you think about all of the money that you spent, vet bills, grooming, wow, animal grooming is such a lucrative business. I mean, they charging people like ooh. You can write now all of this off, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're trying to tell you. We're trying to give you the game to where it will put you in a better position financially, especially when you can get all of that back. Now we're getting to the end of the show. Not the end, but we're getting on to the back end. Um, but first, let me pay some bills. This is the quick game that I wanted to drop you guys. Today's episode is brought to you in part by Camera by Latafa. You guys already saw me do a reel on this right here. This cologne right here, and the link will also be in the description for you guys to, if you guys want to buy. Look, let me just tell you something. Approach this with extreme caution. This one right here will get you served papers. Real talk. This stuff right here is, it is fire. Camera by Latafa. You can click the link in. Right now we got it on sale, ladies and gentlemen, for $39.97. You can pick you up a bottle like that. Now that's a big bottle. This is not just one of those little 2 4-ounce serving size. This is a big bottle. Now the projection on this, is well over 6 feet. I mean, I would say even 10. And the extension of the life on this is all day, 8 hours plus. 8 hours plus, and the projection is awesome. Nice fragrance, and it's definitely an attention getter. You won't be disappointed with the Camera by Latafa. Click the link in there. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, today's show is also brought to you in part by Free Beer, the band featured right here in the St. Pete area, St. Petersburg, Florida. Free Beer plays all over the place. Nice band, cover band, plays top 40 music and even country on all the charts basically. And they provide you a great show. Shout out to Free Beer and their manager, Johnny Martin, with Nitra Entertainment. All right. So we got the bills out the way. Let me give you guys this last little bit of game, and then we'll be signing off. Hopefully, I want you guys to put this first. Again, do the research. Don't just take my word for it. Do the research. Search it for yourself. And once you research it for yourself, then you can come back and hit me up in the comments and say, Robert, you were right. This is why I'm your favorite plug. I plug you guys in with this game, man, so you can take advantage of it. Now, lastly, for those of you who have a good bit of property, at least an acre or 2 or more, there are 2 ways that you can approach this game. One, you can use the animals to do that. The most notable person who ran this game was Rick Ross. Now, Rick Ross has a lot of acres. If you guys ever seen his property that's in the Atlanta area, Rick Ross brought in some llamas. Now, I don't know if you guys want to be buying llamas or whatever case may be like that, but now Rick Ross's property is tax exempt because he has animals on the property. Now, the cheapest way that I would tell anybody to go is goats. Especially if you have a lot of land. That's a lot of acreage to try to keep cutting, but goats will eat your grass clean, and so it helps you as well as it's tax deductible. Remember that, tax deductible. So you can do it that way. A horse, now for every horse, I don't know what it is in different states of different laws. You have to check with your PETA, because PETA will give you the blues if you don't do this thing right. I know in Alabama you have to have 1 acre per horse in order to have horses on the property. But if you have that, all you need is 2. I mean, if you got 5 acres, 2, 3, 5 acres. If you got 1 to 3 acre, get you 1 horse. If you got more than 3, get you 2. And then boom, farmland, homestead. Done. Your home is now tax exempt. Now, the second way to do that is you want to find you some parts of your land and you want to grow you some crops. Farming, ladies and gentlemen, that is a complete tax write-off. It doesn't have to be a great big old, farm like they got out west or Midwest. All you need, plant you 2, 3 rows of corn, 2, 3 rows of collard greens, got you some tomatoes out there, some cucumbers, stuff that you already consuming. Get you some bush peas, some snap beans. Plus, 1, it saves you a ton of money on groceries because you're growing it yourself. And 2, your land now is tax exempt. That should get you excited right there. This will get you excited right there. So you guys take this game, research it, go back and check it. Like I said, go back and research it for yourself. And then once you find out, when the information confirms everything that I have told you, then come back, drop it in the comments and say, hey, Robert, I want to know more. I want to know more. So, and we'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.